So you can see we're out here in the bush. You've joined us on one of our adventures. We've got 4 participants and 4 support workers joining us on this trip. Everyone's loving it, having an absolute blast. So what we really try to focus on at Sonder is that matching process. So we've got a pool of awesome, youthful, energetic support workers, and then vice versa, we get the participants on board that really want to get out and about. So what we do is we've got our support workers whose hobbies and interests really lie in that getting out and about space. So whether it be forward driving like what we're doing today, or fishing, or going to music concerts, or going to the footy, whatever it is, we have those people with those hobbies and interests and passions, and then we've got the participants that come on board that want to do that as well. Again, whether that's learning how to fish, or whether that's going on these tracks, getting bogged, using the winch. So if you are a support worker, or if you're looking to do something a little bit different, and really want to get out and about and help someone, look, reach out to me and we'll see what we can do. Looking forward to hearing from you. So we'll start off with a bit of an easy one. What's the nickname of our truck?
That's Louise.
Louise, all right.
The black Hilux.
Yep, awesome.
It never gets stuck.
What does it mean to you? Or what do you enjoy most about these trips?
I was just getting out and about, really. Hanging around with you.
Oh, Gussie.
And meeting these guys. You know, if we get out there to do any tracks today and get these guys through, they'll have no dramas at all whatsoever.
What was the first trip that you came on?
Anglesey.
Anglesey.
And that was Mitchy Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the one where we got bogged?
Yeah. Well, you didn't. You got bogged.
I got bogged.
And then you busted the CV.
I did bust the CV.
So did Steve. He busted one too.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. If you could do any trip anywhere in Australia, where would it be?
High Country.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what we're doing right now, that's the dream.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Just want to get out and get those trucks dirty. That's my job. Just get them filthy and dirty.
Yeah, absolutely. What about the you know, like letting the tyres down, checking the oil?
Yeah.
You're pretty good at that.
Yeah. Pretty good at that.
So where'd you learn all that?
Just mechanic trade.
Mechanic trade. Ah. Lucky you're on this trip.
Yep. Nothing else is going to get bogged because everything's a new machine. It is quite neat.
It is. Oh, it's awesome. I'm excited to see how it goes today up these hills.
Yeah, so we go.
Awesome.
There we go.
What's battery like?
Beautiful. Got plenty in there?
Yeah, got plenty of there.
So today, we're probably going to get out of here and see what we can find out.
Oh, yes.
Big deep puddle, you guys are going to floor it. Pretty bumpy. Alright, hello. I've got a river up here, guys. It's a big one. It's a big one.
You're turning into an Aquaman.
Aquaman's
back. He's back. He's back.
So see how the water's really murky around? Yeah. So there's big boulders, so see that guy? Yeah. So there's big boulders that are just sort of stuck in the middle that we can't see. So they got slow. Yeah, but then that's the issue with the water coming up, onto your window. That's a lot of force pushing onto the harbour. Yeah. So I think for this one, we might have to turn around and go up the ridge line and go around. Yeah. What do you think?
I reckon.
The plain bait. Go back that way.
Scrumptious.
Yeah.
No one else in there with that.
And then
That's what I did. Hey, who's a biggie now?
So I started with Sonder about 3 years ago, I reckon. And I loved full driving, I loved the outdoors, and I've always loved caring for people. So it just made sense to me. I reached out to Seb, and here I am today, after three and a bit years, getting in the outdoors, full driving, meeting amazing people like Doug, who I have taken on many trips, and it's always a good time. But this is the top of Green Hills track, one of the many tracks that Doug and I have been on. Yeah, top of the mountain, we've been up some scary stuff, down a lot more scary stuff. When you reach the top, it's pretty beautiful. So here we are, God's country. And how did you get onto Sonder, mate? How did you
I was through NDIS.
Yep.
And from there I met up with Seb one day.
Yep.
And yourself.
Yep.
And
Poor thing.
And we ended up saying about going up billy goats.
Yep.
And we did, and I enjoyed the hell out of that.
We
and
made it.
Decided to go with Sonder full time.
Yeah, beautiful. And how have you found it compared to other tours, I guess, or adventure
Oh, it's the best.
things?
It's
Yeah.
definitely better than whatever's out there.
Yeah.
I'm very comfortable.
Yeah.
And when you go out with a group of people, you want to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And you want to feel like it's a happy environment.
What's been your favourite trip, do you reckon?
This one and the next one. It's always the next one because it's, you know you're coming into a good group of guys and girls.
Yeah.
And they're all happy and they're all wanting to see you, and I'd rather be here than back in Melbourne.
Anywhere else, really. It's pretty bad, isn't it, up here? We're having a horrible time. So how long have you been doing these trips for now, Dougie?
3.5 years.
Yeah, same as me.
Same,
we went on the first one, didn't we?
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome.
I'd definitely be more of a recluse.
Yeah. How do you feel as though these camps support what you're going through and work with cerebral palsy?
Whatever you're comfortable with, you go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
And enjoy everything that you can.
Yeah, yeah, beautiful.
While you're doing these great adventures.
Awesome.
Yeah, look, I started Sonder Care Group at the start of 2019. And I'll share a little story with what sort of planted the seed for me. So it was around 14 years ago. I was working as a support worker, and at the time I had a big, red, loud four-wheel drive on Mission Patrol. And I'd just gone away camping and four-wheel drive with my friends over the weekend, and it'd gotten all muddy. So on the Monday morning I was cleaning it, so I was cleaning the inside, and I get a call from my boss. So Seb, can you fill in for the shift with this guy? But you'd have to leave now. So yeah, of course, no worries. I jump in the car and head off, and I get to the guy's house. He's probably about my age, and yeah, I roll up the driveway in my big, red, loud, and now muddy Mission Patrol. And as I was arriving, I could see sort of a big smile come across his face. Anyway, so he jumps in the car. He's a little bit quiet for the first sort of couple of hours as we're getting to know each other. And then we're having dinner, and he says to me, "Sam, why is your car so muddy? What'd you do over the weekend?" I went four-wheel driving and camping with my mates. I was like, "Oh, awesome. Do you reckon you could take me?" I said, "Yeah, absolutely." Unfortunately, I couldn't get that happening back then, but that sort of planted the seed to really, get out and about. And so, from what Sonder is today, my plan into the future is to grow into each state around Australia, so we can be a national sort of provider, getting people really out and about.
What's he doing, Clancy?
I brought him. Yeah, I wanted him.
There it goes.
I was like, no. Jesus.
Bear Grylls.
Here we are just past Violet Hill on S1 track up near Lacolla. It's misty, it's getting cold, and it's going to be a good night. Yeah, so I got involved with Sonder because, I've always enjoyed camping, loved going high country. I've done it since I was a kid, and then it was just a great time to sort of come out here and show what I get to experience and let everyone else experience the same thing.
I work with a lot of different schools in the outdoor education industry, taking them on hikes and bushwalks and things. Didn't find, you got enough time to connect with everyone in those groups on every trip. It was only a couple of days. Once I found Sonder, had a big chat with Sebi and just really agreed with, the ethics behind it and the connectivity that you get with people in the outdoors doing something that you want to do and also that they want to do too. Some of the most rewarding things working for Sonder, whether it's being out in the field with a participant, completing something that they hadn't done before, or something new, a new experience that they've just really enjoyed, just kind of amps everyone up. I'm communicating with a lot of families that are receiving support too. The conversations with them about how their kids or their partners have grown over the time after receiving support from Sonder, and the new experiences that they get to have, and how they've kind of grown as people as well, and how they've become more independent and whatnot.
Being able to show everyone what we get to experience and make sure, and let them experience the same thing. One of my most rewarding things is actually getting like a text message or a phone call from the parents saying how much more relaxed whoever it was, say Doug, was after I dropped them off. I actually think one of my biggest highlights on one of these trips so far has been when me and Doug woke up at, 5 o'clock I reckon, and drove an hour to the top of Mount Buller and watched the sunrise. One of the best things I've done on this trip, and I reckon Doug would say pretty similar. As far as four-wheel driving highlights goes, I think just seeing everyone come through and the smiles on the clients' faces, the workers' faces, just everyone is happy whenever the harder the track gets, the happier everyone seems to get.
Highlights for me, I guess, is seeing the growth of the participants that come through. We're supporting roughly 80 or 90 different participants with 20 or so workers down the peninsula, and we're hearing stories of participants seeking, finding higher education that they enjoy, finding new jobs and things that they're pursuing, or even just finding new hobbies and seeing the growth in that, of them taking the next step to kind of evolve their enjoyment in it. A couple feats I've had with some of my fellas. I've got one of my guys, big fear of heights, and we've been abseiling for the last couple of weeks. It's just kind of personal gains and kicking some goals that these guys are kind of joining us for and coming out here to achieve. It's been great.
My cooking responsibilities, I like to try to keep it pretty healthy for everyone. I don't just want to shovel sweet food and fast food and stuff into everyone's mouth while we're here. We've even had nachos in the camp oven before, and that was a massive hit. Seeing everyone's face when you pull out a nice warm meal on a cold night, it's priceless. Right now we've got dampo in this one, and then after we've had that, we'll have some spaghetti bolognese.
When it comes down to mealtime, sitting around the campfire is pretty great, and everyone's telling their stories of the day. Yeah, I more or less just chop everything up for him, and he makes it look good.
Sometimes it doesn't look that good.
30s I thought was the best, good.
That was a bonus.